Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars figure review. In today's Star Wars figure review we're going to be taking a look now at some new figures from the Vintage Collection line, and in today's Star Wars figure review we're going to be taking a look at this character. It is Darth Vader from Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. Now this is another version of Vader they've released as part of the Vintage Collection line, but a new figure from the Vintage Collection line of Darth Vader. Now I do own a few Darth Vader figures in my collection from the Vintage Collection line. I have to say I think this figure is one of the weakest in terms of obviously what Hasbro have done. Don't get wrong, the figure is cool in its own way, but there's a few drawbacks and there's a few missed opportunities on the figure I've got, or the sample I've got, in terms of obviously some chipped painting and stuff like that, and some problems with some accessories. But apart from that, the overall figure isn't too bad, but the sample that I've got is a little bit, just falls a little bit short in my eyes. But apart from that, we'll get into that in the into the review later on. But this is Darth Vader. We'll take a look at him in a few moments, but first let's take a look at the vintage card that comes with this figure. As you see, this is the vintage card for Darth Vader. You've obviously got the price I paid for the figure at the top, the Star Wars logo there, the name of the character, picture of the character in action, the Kenner logo, and obviously the plastic bubble that protects the figure. Turn the packaging around, you've obviously got image of Vader again and the figure, multiple languages in terms of a description, the legal stuff at the very bottom, and obviously the card number as well. So that is pretty much it for your Darth Vader packaging. Before we take a look at this figure, he does come with 3 accessories. He does come with 2 changeable hands. So he comes with that hand. That can be used, sort of like a little force choke. The other hand, he has one where he's clutching his fist, and he also does come with an unlit saber that appears to go on the left side of his belt there. But the problem with my sample is I don't know if they've sculpted the hole too small, or the little sort of like bit where you can adjust it and place it in there, because every time I seem to apply a bit of pressure it doesn't want to stick in or stay in place. So a little bit of a fallback there in terms of obviously the lightsaber itself, or unlit saber, or the hole on the side of his belt. So there's a little bit of a drawback there. In terms of articulation with this figure, it does come with movement at the top of the head, movement in the shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso is movable, movement in the legs, movement in the knees, and obviously we've got some movement in the ankles as well. He does come with his red lightsaber, which is nicely done in terms of what they're trying to do there. I'll just give you a zoom in on the overall detail of Vader. Obviously this is Vader here. Obviously you can see the eyes are sort of like a maroon red as such on my sample. I don't know how well that's coming up on camera. There is a slight bit of chipped painting just on the back part of the helmet there, which is a little bit disappointing. The cloak itself is a little bit large, but it's not too bad in terms of what you're getting there. In terms of the chest plate, that's not too bad as well. Obviously the sample where you've got the part there where the unlit saber can go in there, I don't know if that's sculpted a little bit poorly on my sample or the unlit saber there, so there's a little bit of a drawback there. In terms of the belt and everything, it's sculpted not too bad in terms of obviously what they're trying to do and everything, with all these gadgets and all these breathing stuff. The chest plate and the top part isn't too bad as well. Moving down to the legs, it's not too bad as well. Obviously the feet aren't too bad in terms of what we're getting there, but it's just a few little bits there, the little chip behind the helmet there, and obviously the accessory with the unlit saber there that goes into the side of his belt. So it's a little bit poor in terms of obviously the sample I've got. But obviously this is a character of Vader. This is obviously his appearance in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. So apart from the few little drawbacks and a few little negative criticism on my behalf, the figure isn't too bad. I wasn't overly desperate to pick up Vader, but I thought I'd get a new up-to-date version of Vader in A New Hope. But yeah, I wasn't sort of overly excited to get this figure. I just thought let's just try and fill a void or fill a little gap in the collection. But it is what it is in terms of my sample, but it's a Vader figure nevertheless, and he's a cool character. So that's Darth Vader from Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. Hope you've enjoyed this review. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. Be sure to obviously subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you in the next review. So take care, look after yourself, and as always, may the Force be with you.